So Chad is going to load up a forge fly-through of Headlong. This map is actually from Halo 2. The criteria for picking the maps for Anniversary, for one thing, it was actually a really difficult decision about a year and a half ago when we had to pick between the original Halo CE gameplay and whether or not we wanted to support Reach instead. And we realized that if we're coming in a year into the game's lifespan, into the middle of that ecosystem, I think the last thing we want to do is reduce the active play membership and sort of make a hit on the ecosystem like that. So we decided to go with Reach. Now that meant that we had some philosophical decisions to make about which maps to put in. We couldn't simply put all of the original Halo maps in because some of them would just be broken by things like Sprint and Jetpack and so on. So we tried to pick maps from 10 years of Halo with the lone criteria. It couldn't be on 360 because that would be a little bit pointless. Blood Gulch would be an obvious example, but it's built into Reach, so it'd be kind of pointless and redundant. So we picked maps mostly from Halo 1, but this one's from Halo 2, and it's a great role filler because it's a really good Team Slayer map, but it's also a great objective map, and I think at this point in Reach's lifespan, people are crying out for more of that. And the other exception to the Halo CE rule is Timberland, which is actually from the PC version of Halo Combat Evolved. So those are the only two exception maps, and we're going to show you a Firefight map in a little while. And that in itself is an interesting map because it's a piece of the single-player level from the Halo level of Combat Evolved, and it's actually replicated 3 times in Anniversary. It's there in Classic mode with the classic graphics layer. It's there in Anniversary with reimagined graphics, and it also exists in Firefight with a completely radically different look and feel. Actually, we made some changes to the way it played so that it worked better with Firefight. So you guys probably recognize this structure. Maybe not the exact location because we had to hem it in differently so that it could work as a Firefight map. But this is actually one of the first places where you have a standoff with the Covenant in the campaign mode. And if you think about the way it played in campaign, it actually feels a little bit like a Firefight mode where you have waves of Covenant and Covenant reinforcements coming in. But now, of course, you get to do it for score and achievements. We've added some other stuff. We added story via terminals, and we've redone the music and the graphics, but we also added skulls. So you can actually have game-altering skulls implemented in campaign. One of those is available as a pre-order. It's a good example, though. It's called Grunt Funeral, and when a grunt dies, he'll drop plasma grenades, and they blow up and sort of super combine with each other. But we've added a bunch of other skulls and a bunch of other Easter eggs and secrets into the game that are going to make it much more explorable than it was in the first place, but also a great way for people who know the game inside out to get something new out of the experience as they go through it. And people have a lot of memories. One of the weird things about 10-year anniversary is it's now kind of intergenerational. So we've talked to a lot of young dads, 30-something dads, whose kids are now 10, 11 years old, and they're saying, well, now I can maybe get my kid to see what I was playing when I was in college and when I was playing System Link games, and it's kind of funny to see that.